Bay. My name's Rob. I'm the VP of Developer Relations at Level 10, and so my role, among many things, is to lead Level 10's RFP RFO team. Just a really quick intro to Level 10 to provide some context. We're a renewable energy advisory platform. Our mission writ large is to bring together buyers and sellers of renewable energy PPAs in safer, cheaper, faster transactions. And the way we do that is to use software and automation of robust wholesale markets analytics to achieve those goals. And among the many services, we offer our RFP, RFO management support, and that's how we're collaborating here with Monterey Bay. So we're, like I said, really excited to do that. So what are we doing here with Monterey Bay? We're supporting their renewable energy procurement goals and this RFO by collecting submissions through our online RFP tools and project intake system, and delivering to Monterey Bay analytics on the project economic value, settlement volatility, development risk, basically digesting all of the data that as developers you'll be submitting through Level 10's platform. We would note that what you're submitting through Level 10's online tools is a portion of the overall factors and considerations that we know Monterey Bay, as Jeremy just articulated, that they'll be considering as part of this RFO. So Level 10 is providing a piece of that. And so how are we doing this? We're giving developers access, secure access to our online platform, and then collecting data in a standardized way and using the software tools and the automated analytics engine to ensure a consistent evaluation across all of the projects. So as I alluded to, part of the project data will flow through Level 10's online forms, but there's also some supplemental data that will be collected in Excel template spreadsheets and other appendices that are laid out in the instruction documents. But everything will be submitted through Level 10's platform. So we will be collecting everything through Level 10's platform. And just a little bit of the why, as Jeremy mentioned, just to build on that, it kind of eliminates a lot of the death by spreadsheets. Many of the economic value and settlement risk and development maturity analytics that we do is purely automated based on the data that you as developers provide. Our platform is 100% secure, so we feel like that is an improvement above and beyond just exchanging Excel spreadsheets by email. As I mentioned, it standardizes the analytics, so everything is looked at on an apples-to-apples basis, and all of that leads to faster and more expeditious results. So that's the recap of the kind of the what, the how, and the why. Jeremy, can you jump to the next slide? And hopefully the animations came through, and I'll just have to cue you a little bit. There's a little bit of a build here. So all of the instructions for how to access Level 10's platform are included in the RFO instructions on Monterey Bay's webpage. So just head there, and that'll get you started. Your first step is going to be to request credentials, which you can do by emailing mbcpgolocalrfo@level10energy.com. Again, that's available on Monterey Bay's procurement website, and put in the subject line request credentials. A bunch of folks have done that already, and that system seems to be working well. After that, you'll get an email ping from Level 10. You'll get two emails. You'll get one responding to your request credential email, and then you'll get a second automated email inviting you to create credentials. And then you'll log in. After you log in, you'll navigate to the RFP tab on the left-hand side, which is the little screenshot that's showing right now. Once you navigate to the RFPs, you'll see the MBCP Go Local RFO that is open and accepting proposals, and you'll click on that. After that, you'll be able to create a project. And Jeremy, if you just jump one more animation, perfect. You'll be able to create a project, and it's really important to complete as much of this data, really all of this data as is possible in each of the 4 tabs, which I've highlighted in the red box. So go through each of the 4 tabs. If there's any questions at all on how to input data, what data we're looking for, please just reach out to us. Level 10, we're happy to answer questions about how to input data and how to use our platform. There's also a lot more instructions in when you navigate to the MBCP Go Local RFP on Level 10's RFP online platform, and that document is titled very simply using Level 10's RFP tools general instructions. So you can take a look at that and it'll guide you through. So you'll be able to create a project, and when you're in the pricing tab, it's just important, you'll see the MBCP Go Local RFO as the pricing audience. Just select that so that your pricing is registered as part of this RFO. In terms of capacity pricing, we typically intake capacity in a dollars per megawatt hour unit. If there are alternatives, like Jeremy said, the dollars per kilowatt month, I believe that you're able to submit that through one of the Excel spreadsheet appendices. But Jeremy, let's you and I connect on that. But you'll see in the pricing tab that capacity pricing, we look for it on just a levelized basis. So if you can convert your dollars per kilowatt month into dollars per megawatt hours, that's how we'll be able to intake it in our form. And then after you go through and create your project, you'll jump back into your MBCP Go Local RFO that offer that you started, and you'll be able to see your project showing up. Right now it says no projects have been attached, but once you submit a project, it'll show up there and you'll be able to submit your proposal. You should review your proposal first and then submit, and that'll wrap up the process. Like I said, if there's any questions about how to use the platform, feel free to reach out to me and we can direct you. So Jeremy, that's all I had.
Well, I appreciate that, Rob. And now I guess if anyone has any questions, you can right click on your name and unmute yourself. But for now, I will unmute everyone that's on, and if someone has a question, I'll mute everyone back and then unmute the person with the question. Any questions? Hello? Are we having muting issues, or if you can't speak over the phone, you can always type in any questions in the chat box in the GoToMeeting.
Okay. Is the for Level 10 is the intent to have a submission per project?
Sorry, I just heard you. I don't know if you're speaking before, but may I ask your name real quick?
Oh, sure. Andrew Hoffman.
Okay. Hey, Andrew.
Hi. How you doing?
Doing well.
Question was on the proposals for Level 10. So it'd be helpful to get more guidance on the dollar per kW month versus dollar per kWh, which you guys can follow up with. But then the separate question was on terms of the submissions of projects. Do you submit each project individually? Do you submit, is sort of one developer submit one login and then you have multiple projects inside of it? How does the mechanics of that work? Because there will be a lot of documents and attachments for each one, so I want to make sure that we following whatever naming convention you guys want, that we're setting the project up right.
Yeah, great. Jeremy, I'm happy to jump in there and take a stab at that. So thanks, Andrew, for the question. Good to hear from you. You will submit each project separately in Level 10's platform. And once you start using the platform, it should be abundantly clear how you create a new project. So each project will have a separate record that you'll go through and populate there. Now, some of the appendices and attachments, I think, are applicable across all projects, and some are applicable project by project. And I believe the instructions, Monterey Bay's instructions, have some guidance on how to properly title those appendix documents and then upload those into Level 10 system. And so there's a way that you can actually upload those documents. Here, actually on the screen that's showing, under supporting documents and files, there is a way to attach those appendices. So basically, create separate projects, and then dependent on each of the appendices, just follow the instructions on how to label them and how to title them, and then load them up either for your entire proposal or project by project.
Okay. Got it. Separate projects. Okay. And then,
Yeah.
is there any places where there are documents listed in the RFO specifications from MBCP that are maybe different from what's in the Level 10 platform? Where should we, which is gospel, or which one should we be looking at as what MBCP wants? I haven't looked myself, but my team said there were a couple of places it looked like there were some different specifications between them.
Yeah, so the way it should work, and Jeremy, again, I'm happy to take a stab here, and feel free to build on this, but everything should be consistent. Level 10's platform has one set of information and data that we're looking to collect, and then there are these supplemental appendices that have information that Level 10's platform just doesn't typically collect through kind of how we've standardized it. For example, prevailing wage, local hire, some of those other really local benefits that Monterey Bay is looking to get out of this RFP, RFO. Those types of appendices are going to be separate that you upload. And there's also an Excel spreadsheet that it's important to pay attention to, because that is also asking for supplemental data that you will not see in Level 10's platform. So hopefully they're not conflicting. They're just meant to complement each other. And
thanks, that's helpful.
Yeah, just circling back, I realized that I didn't address one of your questions about logins. You can submit all your projects through a single login. If multiple people at your organization need logins, that's fine. You will see all of the same proposals, and you can collaborate on it directly from Level 10's platform. So you could have one login or many, but you will submit all the projects through basically your same organization's user account, and you can have an unlimited number of logins.
Okay, great.
Andrew, does that answer all your questions for now?
I think so.
Okay.
Then I had one other question. Sorry, one more. In terms of the financial statements, requirements on that, and should they be redacted, or just in general kind of confidentiality of information questions on that? Or would it only go to Level 10 and MBCP? I know the sunshine laws and public information availability, so just wanted to touch base on that.
I think that's something we can discuss internally, and then I'll reach back out to you, Andrew, and post the answer to the website. But that's a good question. Yeah. And
and whether we want to do. Great.
Okay.
Thanks.
Yeah. And I would also like to request that as I unmute everybody on my end, please mute your phones on your end, unless if you have a question, just to keep down on background noise. With that, I'll open the lines back again and continue the Q&A. Well, this, if no one does have any more questions, I guess that means that we've done a really good job so far with the overview and putting the PPA out there in front of you. The responses are due August 1st. And in the meantime, if after this call, if you do have questions, please feel free to email us directly here at Monterey Bay Community Power at rfo@mbcommunitypower.org. I'll stay on the line a few more minutes, but if there's no more questions, we will the Q&A session will come to an end. So.
Hello?
Yes, this is Jeremy.
Hi, Jeremy. This is Kirk from Stockman's.
Hey, Kirk, how are you?
Good. So I guess one question I have that I'm trying to make heads and tails of is I'm having a difficult time trying to see where storage is incentivized. And basically it's just going to jack up the cost of the project. Can you go into how just a straight renewable submission will be viewed versus a renewable plus storage submission, and what the benefits you guys are looking to get out of storage?
Yeah, you're right. The levelized cost will definitely be higher once you add storage to it, but we're looking more for the flexibility that it will add to the solar project, and the ability to have more resource adequacy come off of that unit. I guess the incentive more than anything for us is the added flexibility, and to basically take power that would normally be put to the grid over the duct belly, and then use it at a different time of day when it is more beneficial to Monterey Bay and the ISO grid.
Okay.
And for those still on the line, the email address that you can submit questions to is rfo@mbcommunitypower.org.
Jeremy, quick question. This is Andrew with CalCom again. When you guys were talking about storage a second ago, you said something in the beginning about 1 to 3 megawatt being the preference, and then you said something up to 5, or I didn't hear what that was in the beginning. And then the second question on that is, if solar and storage, do the capacities stack on that? Meaning that 3 megawatt cap with solar and storage, or 3 megawatt cap and solar can be 3 and the storage can be 3. Be helpful to understand how you all are looking at that.
No, that's a good question, Andrew. And our preference that was listed in the RFO is 1 to 3 megawatts, but we are open to proposals with projects that are 0.5 megawatts up to 5 megawatts. And that 5 megawatt capacity limit would include both the renewable generator plus the storage, or it could be a renewable generator by itself without storage.
Okay, great.
Is that clear now, Andrew?
I think so. So if it was solar plus storage on the AC side, both would need to fit under whatever that cap is. So that's helpful.
Yes, sir.
Great. Thanks.
Uh-huh. All right. Well, I really do appreciate everyone calling in today and participating in Monterey Bay Community Power's Go Local RFO Q&A. Like I've stated before, if you have any additional questions, please submit them to rfo@mbcommunitypower.org, and we'll answer those questions as soon as we can and post that to our website. In the meantime, we're really looking forward to seeing the proposed projects August 1st, and then moving forward with developing local projects. So thanks, everybody, again, and have a great day.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thanks, Jeremy. Hey, this is Rob. I'm going to sign off as well.